Emil, what a finale we have at the FIDE Candidates. In both men and women, like Open and women, but especially in the Open, with 4 players having a chance. Are you thrilled with how this has panned out?
Absolutely exciting, and what I love is that they play each other, because if there is a serious disadvantage to the system, the only one is that in last round one contender can play someone who is not in the running already, and another plays somebody who is, and that can impact. But here you have direct clashes, and that is exceptional. And for the first time in history, 4 players have a realistic chance to win it going into last round. So we're obviously thrilled. And I think we could see also from social media responses that people are very, very much looking forward to this last round. Already I'm preparing for sleepless night, and I believe there would be thousands of people like that who would stay awake just to see how the games unleash.
And whoever wins this, it's actually very special, right? Each player has a special story that he brings along with him, like all 4 of them, and I think that would be great for chess.
Obviously, whoever wins, I mean, if Gukesh wins, it's 17 years old, the youngest player to qualify, the leader of new generation, new wave Indian player, and we know how much India follows that. If Nakamura wins, that's a story. The guy who calls himself a streamer has, I don't know, few million subscribers. If Caruana is a guy who has been number 2 for so long, and that who faced Magnus and didn't lose a single game in a match, and who fully deserved another chance. And if Nepo is history 3 times in a row, nobody did so.
He surpasses Smyslov, yes?
Yeah. I mean, it's just outstanding, and I'm really happy. I'm really proud that we managed to organize it, but we're a bit lucky also that it works this way, because let's say like in Madrid, there was no, it was anticlimactic in a way. Nepo just ran away, and there was no, and here the intrigue is till the end, so I'm very happy with that.
And in the women's section also, the 2 Chinese women have dominated it, and we have the world champion also as a Chinese player. So
I'm surprised that it was so dominant from Chinese players, because I would have expected at least one non-Chinese player to fight for the laurels, and even 4 or 5 rounds till the end it was possible, but then Goryachkina lost, and also Lagno lost, and they lost the chances. But I have to say that I'm impressed by Vaishali.
4 wins in a row.
I have to say openly, contrary to all those before the tournaments who were saying maybe Vaishali would win it, I sort of knew that she wouldn't win it, because her results was one major result in Grand Swiss, but it's not enough yet to and she's also not a prodigy girl. She's 20-something, so it's not like she just has a meteoric rise. But I knew that she will win many games. I knew it for sure. And if you ask me what result, I would say about like that, +4, -4. But what she accomplished is absolutely stunning, because I could never thought of her having -4 and then winning 4 in a row. It's a record nobody won ever in women's candidates in tournament match. Nobody won 4 in a row. So it's very impressive. I'm deeply impressed, because typically in these tournaments, what happens oftentimes that you don't have a good tournament, and then you just play it till the end. Okay, you have -4, you have to try to minimize the damage, maybe to stop bleeding. And she made this 4 wins comeback. It's impressive. Once again, I think we should take things in proportion, because sometimes the expectations are pressing too much on the player when you start the hype, let's say, and it was a bit that Vaishali is a favorite. I mean, her rating suggested that she wouldn't be favorite here. But once again, what she did is truly stunning.
Brilliant. And also having the open and women's section together seems to have worked beautifully, no?
I think it was a great idea. Once again, it was difficult logistically, because to plan it, it's all more difficult. But I think it paid off. I think our ladies got a lot of exposure, because prior to the tournament you wouldn't know these characters, you wouldn't, and we know, I mean, everybody talks, we need to do more about, but who actually does more for women chess? I mean, only FIDE does, I have to say. Occasionally tournaments, and gladly St. Louis has started this tradition by Cairns Cup, and they have it for the 4th year now. But FIDE does it for years, and FIDE does numerous events. Norway Chess, Stavanger, they do it now for the first year, and a big one. But I think it also comes from the way that we paved this way, because we have been conducting the Grand Prix with also every time getting more participants, more prizes. Women Grand Swiss is a very important competition which allowed the players who previously were not having opportunities, like Vaishali. How did she make here? She wouldn't even be close to making it to the candidate. So it's very important to do that. And when now they play on the same venue, same stage, they get an exposure. People get to know them. Some of them start cheering for them. Some media will start following them. I think it gives a very serious push for women's chess, and it's very important.
Brilliant. And how happy are you that this happened in Canada? Because there were difficulties at the start, but it seems like the entire event, this great hall where it was held, went through smoothly.
I'm very happy for this decision. It was one of the difficult decisions because, as you rightly pointed out, it was logistically difficult. Most of our team is located in Europe and Asia. I mean, we don't have anyone basically in our team located in North America. We have someone from South Africa, but we don't have it here. And then it was difficult to prepare it. We had inspections to send people here to prepare, to check the venue, to organize everything with hotel. But we felt it was long due to bring chess to North America. And I think it is, and it's still going to be a success. And I think in an aftermath, we would learn that more events could be staged here. A number of people who popped up, and let's put it honestly, Canada is not exactly a chess country, right? I mean,
there is a lot of love, right?
Yeah, I have to beg pardon for being blunt, both about Vaishali, about everything. But we have to say it's true. I'm tired of this, political correctness. I mean, Canada is not a chess country, and we managed to make it more chessy. We managed to bring now hundreds of people every day. I mean, you see it. To be fascinated about chess, to look for players, to take photos, to sign autographs, to buy books, to buy chess sets. Some kids are coming, some adults are coming. It generates interest, and for us, what's important is that the event will be over, but I mean, what will continue. So we're working also with Canadian Chess Federation to see how can we help to build up on the momentum and to continue with the rise, because obviously candidates would generate a lot of interest in every part of the world. But the important thing is not to have it just one-off event and then just to leave it as it was. So we continue, and as you know, in June we already come to US for World Corporate Championships. That's not a professional event, but teams would be having one professional player.
I think it will have a huge impact in the chess world.
We think it may. It would be an opportunity also to engage with many world-leading companies, and we consider having one of our top-tier events in America already maybe this year.
Beautiful. And this fan zone, the idea which was conceived, I think it worked so well because all the players would come there. There was also commentary by GMs. There were chess boards set up. So I think people who bought a ticket had a very nice time.
I think it was a good preparation from our side. We tried to think what exactly we are bringing to a spectator, because just to sit and watch the screen, they could do it at home. Chess is not exactly football, right? And so you need to come up with something special to get the person on site to come. And we have this opportunity to talk to the player, to take photos, to play some blitz games, to communicate, to socialize. We have some sort of trivia inside this room. We have Chess Bra commenting on the games. We have Charlize taking interviews. We have guests. Yesterday we have Mac, amazing football player, and it's all brings chess to a new, let's say, dimension. I would say, because we are all used that, okay, guys are playing, we're sitting at home, sipping tea or whatever, and then periodically checking the game. And I have to say that the classical format also helped here, because the games are long, so we could distribute the slots, for example, for people who want to enter, because you cannot have all the people entering the balconies. It would be just too much, and also too noise and everything. So we managed to distribute it very, let's say, I would say adequately, and then we see that everything was sold out. After day 3, the event was sold out till the end.
The tickets are in great demand.
Yeah, I think we did well. Always can do better. One thing which we're lacking here, and we should not lack, is a sufficient number of commercial sponsors, because this event was largely possible due to contribution from Scheinberg family. You know, Scheinberg family stands behind FIDE events for 5 years now, and they contribute to one event per year, one major event, be it candidates or Grand Swiss, they alternate. But okay, here we had also a sponsorship from one hotel, which is a really nice place to stay. And but we have to expand in this regard. It's not easy. We still have to do quite some work, but that's something to improve. We are not perfect.
That's amazing. And talking about from the pure chess perspective, you are such a strong GM. How did you like Gukesh's overall play in this tournament?
I think quality-wise, he was one of the best for sure. Maybe the best, because the game he lost to Firouzja due to time travel blunder shouldn't have happened. He was also very tenacious, and that helped him in the first game with Abbasov, and also with yesterday with Firouzja in the game. The game I liked most is his game versus Abbasov with black, because it's h6, knight h7, knight f8, and the way, I mean, there's a position, people do not realize it, but it's a position where it's objectively equal, but if black makes one wrong move, is strategically lost. Because white has two bishops, white has a spatial advantage. So he was like balancing on this very narrow path, and it was commendable. I absolutely love this game. There is no sacrifices in this game. It doesn't look like something very exciting. But as a player and as a, let's say, top 20 player in past, I can fully appreciate the level of subtlety he needed to win this game against strong grandmaster like Abbasov. So really kudos for that. One game I was less impressed with is where he missed against Nepomniachtchi with white. I think that's something that even with his talent and enormous strength, something that he could clearly work on, because especially striking was a moment that he decided to trade rooks. Not the fact that he missed the concrete win with a4, b8, bishop c4, that stacks that could be missed, but the very conceptual trade of rooks. Because I was taught in Polugaevsky Dvoretsky chess school, and one of the lessons was that you have this rook d1, rook d8, so you can even move the rook to leave the open file to opponent, but just to preserve a rook in such a position, because rook and bishop operate. And here he actually initiated trade rook c1, rook d1. So this one was a mistake, and this was not a, let's say, sudden mistake or just under spur of a moment. It was clearly something that he still can improve. But if the guy makes such a mistake, which is clearly can be covered with more analysis, deeper endgame studies, and so on, it shows how huge the talent he is. And I absolutely love his determination, his grit, his composure. So I don't want to jinx, and I don't want to, no matter how it will be over today or tomorrow, I think we absolutely got a world-class player here, and I also love personally the way to communicate. He's very down-to-earth person, and I could appreciate that.
Beautiful. And this year, will we witness the World Championship match as well? Will it happen in 2024?
Yes, World Championship match will happen in 2024. It will start in the end of November and run till mid-December. We haven't opened the official tender because we felt it would be wrong with not waiting the results of this tournament, because we know already that there is a huge interest in India if Gukesh wins, in America if one of the Americans wins. So we felt it would be wrong to ask people to submit some sort of bid before knowing who is a qualifier. But right after the event, we will finalize all the details, and in May we will already open the bidding procedure, and I think by June we would know where we go.
And lastly, I want to ask you, I've been spending nearly 20 days here and seeing that there's a lot of work related to coordination that needs to be done amongst the FIDE. There are so many people working, but all of them working very diligently, your team. Could you tell a bit about the efforts taken by your team to make this happen?
Yeah, thank you that you're asking, because this is always, not often, but always remains under the surface. People do not see an enormous work done. Here I have to praise, first of all, the tournament director, Pavel Tregobov, who led this project, let's say, in terms of organizing, because I am in charge more of a partnership, of a bigger agreements and so on, but the very organization is a different matter, and it's very complex matter. That's an event which runs for more than 3 weeks. Players arrived here at the end of March, and we are today April 20, 21, whatever. So it's a long way to secure everything. You have to think about myriads of things. You have to think about hotel, food, playing venue, security, fair play regulations, VIP zone, catering, all of that. And we had an exceptional team. I think I can say that I'm simply proud. Of course, Pavel was leading it as a tournament director and coordinating all. Of course, I was not staying aside. I'm also engaged, but that's definitely his success. And I want to praise all members of our team. There are too numerous probably to name an entry, but after the tournament I'll make a post and thanking everyone in particular, because it was really team effort and it was major effort. And I think typically in the world of today, people know that private companies are run better than institutions. That would be normal. But I think FIDE changed the rules of the game. If you look at it, if you look at private tournaments, even the best private tournaments, I think FIDE events run better. I'm proud about that, because we have invested a lot into it to make it.
What changed basically? What do you think have been the steps taken?
I think we simply hired more people, because before that it was too many tasks, and so we have hired professionals to each zone of responsibility. So we know specifically that this person is responsible for tickets, this person responsible for volunteers, this person responsible for the playing venue, this person responsible for catering, and so on and so forth. Then it's very important. So we spared no effort into doing that. Second thing, which changed, we started to plan our events way before. Often we hear criticism, and sometimes justified. It is just people do not think that FIDE organizes more than 20 World Championship level events every year. So yes, sometimes it can happen that some of them are announced later than it should be. But only this year, think about it alone. Only this year we are running events like Candidates, Olympiad, World Rapid and Blitz, World Team Rapid and Blitz, World Championship match, 2 or 3 stages of Women's Grand Prix, and so on and so forth. And then let's not forget about Senior World Championship, Junior World Championship, Cadet World Championship, all these similar in rapid chess. So this all requires a huge work, and I think it's something that people should appreciate. Often they don't. Sometimes it's our fault that we do not. Bragging about ourselves is something that we probably have to do a bit more of PR in this regards. But in general, I'm happy. Once again, it's impossible without flaws, and also these days, one minor thing you don't do, okay, it already becomes a drama. How come and how? But if you think about it, if you take things in proportions, I think we have been constantly improving. And to make it ideal, we would never manage to, and it's impossible. But I'm quite happy with the progress, and looking forward to more events, because it often also depends on the organizer side. Because let's say we managed to pull very big events, and we also need a cooperation from local organizers to work it smoothly. Like we had in Samarkand, you saw the event, you saw the venue, you saw how. So I know that there are plans in India to host many FIDE events, and we are in talks and at a very, very advanced stage for 2025. I can say only on a very advanced stage and without more detailization, but I'm quite sure that within a year and a half, we would have at least one very major FIDE event staged in India.
Fantastic, Emil. It was a pleasure talking to you, to know what goes into getting such an event off ground, and a big congratulations to FIDE for pulling this off.
Thank you.